Hello everybody and welcome to theme lesson 2. So yesterday you did a review with some Google slides of what is theme, what questions am I asking myself after I'm reading to identify the theme of a story, what are some common themes that we see in stories, and all of those different things that we've already learned a couple months ago. So I went ahead and I made an anchor chart just like the one in our classroom back at school. So I remade one here for at my home so I could show you and use it throughout the week for our lessons on theme. So we're gonna go ahead and go behind me real quick and take a little look at it. So we have theme, and so I hope that you can remember because it looked just like this one. So we have theme, and then what is theme? Theme is the lesson, message, or moral the author wants you to learn. It is unsaid, but we can infer it from the text. So the author doesn't say the theme of this story is bravery. You have to use what you know from what the characters are doing, saying, feeling, from the conflicts in the story and the resolution to what could this theme be. So, common themes that we see in stories might be love, teamwork, kindness, responsibility, hope, respect, honesty, family, courage, being yourself, bravery. And these aren't all the themes there are. These are just some that we see a lot in books, especially for around first grade, second grade books. These are the common themes. Common means that we see them a lot. So, and then over here we have questions to ask. When we ask these questions, they help us figure out the theme. So, questions we can ask after reading. We have to wait till after we read the book because we have to know everything that happened before we can identify the theme. So, some questions we might ask: what did the character learn in the story? What did they learn in the story? Usually what the character learns in the story is what the author wants us to learn, and that would be the theme. So what did the character learn about in the story? How did the character change? How did their personality or their traits change? That's why last week we did traits. And a lot of you sometimes would say, oh, they were happy in the beginning, then they were sad, or they might have been mean and then they were nice. And that helps us think about the theme. So we have to be able to tell traits before we can do theme. So how did the character change? And then last, what message is the author trying to send to you? What does the author want you to learn about from the story? So those are the questions we're asking after we're reading to identify the theme. So I'm going to read a story that you've definitely seen in the classroom, and I took it home before we left so I could have it here to read because it's a really good story and I know that y'all really enjoyed it. And it is the Pout fish and the Bully shark. And, you know, like good readers, and y'all are good readers, so I know that just from the title, you're already probably starting to think about, what could this theme be? It's talking about a pout fish and a bully shark? So I know what pouting is. Pouting is kind of like being sad or crying. We pout when we're sad. And I know what bullying is, and this is a bully shark. And then I'm looking at the characters on the cover, and this fish, does he look happy? No, he does not look happy. He does not look excited. He looks scared, sad, not good traits that we like to see in our characters. So we're going to read this story. Then we're going to retell it a little bit, make sure that we got all the important details that'll help us identify the theme. When we identify theme, we have to give at least 2 to 4 pieces of evidence. That means 2 to 4 things that happened in the story that told us that was the theme, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and read the Pout fish and the Bully shark. Deep in the ocean on a warm, gentle day, bubbled lots of lovely laughter and the sounds of happy play. Mr. Fish, his pals and buddies, were together at the park, having fun and feeling welcome, when along came a shark. The shark showed his teeth and he growled as he swam. "Move aside, microfishies. It's my turn. Scram." Mr. Fish shrank back and he felt very strange. The bright morning tilted and the park began to change. The friends all around him seemed to shrink back too. Mr. Fish's face flattened. "Oh, I don't know what to do." Shark acted badly. "Being mean is wrong, but I'm just one fish. Am I really that strong?" The water slowly calmed and the friends found their way back to laughter-filled frolic in a cheery, cheery day. But the shark came round again and he used a bad name. He shouted, "Get lost! I'm the boss of this game." Mr. Fish shrank back with feelings in a lump. Fear grew inside him in a weird, heavy clump. The friends all around him seemed to shrink back too. Mr. Fish's face furrowed. "Oh, I don't know what to do." Shark acted badly. "Being mean is wrong, but I'm just one fish. Am I really that strong?" The friends tried again to enjoy their favorite park, but the shadow of their worries made the day seem dark. The unmentioned tension grew when Shark reappeared. He stole a guppy's lunch. "Fear the fin," he sneered. Mr. Fish shrank back and his innards did a flop. His feelings tumble-jumbled. Would the awful ever stop? What do you notice about the words in the book? They're rhyming. The friends all around him seemed to shrink back too. Mr. Fish's face fizzled. "Oh, I don't know what to do." Shark acted badly. "Being mean is wrong, but I'm just one fish. Am I really that strong?" What else are you noticing? They're rhyming and they are repeating, yeah. He turned to leave the park, feeling sad through and through. Then slowly came a thought. There was something he could do. Words can make a difference when things go wrong. Yes, I'm just one fish, but my voice is strong. He's getting some confidence. Mr. Fish turned back and directly faced the shark. It was time to talk straight about what happened in the park. "Mr. Shark," said Mr. Fish, "you have broken up our fun. Bully isn't who you are, but it is what you have done." "The things you did were mean, and that's not what we expect. So please leave until you're ready to treat us with respect." As Mr. Fish spoke up, and his words rang out loud, the friends all around him formed an upstanding crowd. Oh, I have so many thoughts going on about theme right now, but we gotta finish it. Together they were stronger. Now none of them were scared. They cared about each other and the ocean world they shared. Soon Mr. Fish was laughing, and his friends were having fun, taking turns and using empathy, each and every one. The park filled again with the joyful sounds of play, plus the confidence of knowing how to keep it that way. Park rules: be kind, be fair. If something goes wrong, speak up. We are kind, we are fair, we are all potential friends, so we speak up when we need to. That's how bullying ends. The end. So I have a lot of possible themes I'm already starting to think about. So first thing we need to do is retell that story, and it will kind of remind us of some of those things that happen in the story that could be evidence for our theme, okay? So when I think about the beginning, remember I'm always identifying the character in the setting. So we have Pout Fish and Bully Shark, and they are underwater at the park. They're all playing at the park right now. The shark keeps swimming over and bullying everyone and scaring them so that they don't want to play. And then Pout Fish is just thinking, am I strong enough to say anything, to do anything about this? I'm just one fish. Am I strong enough? And it keeps happening and happening over and over again that the Bully Shark keeps messing up their playtime and being mean and taking their lunch and different things like that and saying mean things to them. So finally, Pout Fish thinks to himself, I don't know if I can do something about it, but I know that my words are strong and I can say something to Bully Shark that might be able to help. So then Pout Fish gets up the courage to go up to Bully Shark and say, excuse me, you are not being kind to us. You are being very mean and keeping us from enjoying our playtime at the park today. I know you are not a mean person, but you are doing mean things. And he told Bully Shark he might need to think about what he's doing, right? And the way he's acting and how that's making the others feel. So then we see the Bully Shark reading a book about how to be respectful, and then all the fish and the shark play together nicely, and they make rules to be kind, to be fair, and if something is going wrong, use your words to speak up about it. You can't just be quiet when someone is being mean to you. You need to let them know that you don't like it and you're not going to let it keep happening, or maybe an adult or someone like that too. That wasn't in the book, but you need to speak up and let someone know. So what are we thinking the theme of this book is? So we're going to go back and look at our anchor chart and answer those questions, and then go over some common themes and see if any of those work, or maybe we might use one off the chart. I think that there could be several different themes for this book, so I'm also going to ask you if you want to tell me a different theme and why you say that at the end of this. I would love to hear that, because I know that some of you might not agree with the one that I choose, and that's fine as long as you've got evidence to prove that. All right, so let's look at our chart. So, what did the character learn? So we have two different characters that we could use to talk about. So we could use Pout Fish or Bully Shark. So I'm going to choose to use Pout Fish. And You might choose Bully Bully Shark, and that's fine. I'm going to choose Pout Pout Fish. So what did Pout Pout Fish learn in the story? And how did the character change? So in the story, what was the thing that Pout Pout Fish realized that he could do? What did he learn to do after the shark was bullying everyone and being mean and not allowing them to play? He said, I don't know if I'm that strong. I don't know if I'm that strong. But what did he realize was that strong? His words, right? He could use his voice and his words to stand up to the shark and tell him, hey, that's not okay. We cannot have this kind of bullying and meanness on the playground. It's not fair to all of us, right? And didn't he do that? He did. So he learned that to use his voice and to speak up. And that was even one of the rules they put on the playground. So I gave a couple different pieces of evidence for how he changed. He made the sign on the playground that said speak up. He decided, or what he learned, sorry. He learned to speak up because he even put it on the sign. He chose to stop hiding and go right up to that shark and tell him how he felt and that it's not okay. How did the character change? He's not going to hide anymore from the shark, is he? Or anyone else? No. Pout Pout Fish now knows that if something's going wrong, someone's being mean, someone's getting picked on, what do you need to do? Speak up, right? So how did he change? He got the courage to learn that he has to speak up when things are not right, when they're not fair. And so then what message is the author trying to tell you? So what does he want us to learn about in this story after talking about those things? So let's look at the chart and think of some things after talking about that in Pout Pout Fish. Do you think this was about love? No, there was nothing about love. Teamwork? No. Kindness? I could work with kindness. Responsibility? No. Hope? No. Respect? Yes. Didn't Bully Shark read a book, How to Be Respectful? So he was learning how to be respectful of everybody on the playground? Yeah. And I just gave you evidence of why that could be it. Honesty? No one was lying. We didn't learn about not to lie. Family? We didn't have family. Courage. Was Pout Pout Fish showing courage? He sure was. What did he do? What's our evidence of courage? Pout Pout Fish stopped hiding, got up, went to Bully Shark and told him, this is not okay. We have to change. You have to change so that we can all enjoy this. Being yourself, no. And bravery. And bravery and courage kind of go together. That's why on the slideshow they were like beside each other. They had a slash, so we could have put these together. So when you have courage to be brave, so that's why they kind of go together. So Pout Pout Fish was brave because he stood up to the Bully Shark and told him that we're not having that anymore and you need to be a good friend just like the rest of us here on the playground and play fairly. So I had kindness, respect, courage, bravery. Those were all 4 different ones that I gave for just talking about Pout Pout Fish. So you might be able to identify some other ones if you think about Bully Shark. What did Bully Shark learn? And you might be thinking more on the kindness and respectful ones, where Pout Pout Fish was more courage and bravery, right? So sometimes stories have multiple themes, just like characters can have multiple traits. Because in the beginning, Bully Shark was what? mean, and a bully. That was his trait because he picked on everyone and took their things and wouldn't let them play. Then at the end, he changed. How did he change? He became respectful and nice because he let everyone play, he played with them fairly, and they all could have a good time on the park, right? So I hope that you are getting to understand theme. We've done it some at school too, but theme is kind of a harder concept and skill to get, especially in first grade. So that's why it's really important to practice theme and to do these lessons along with me, because I'm showing you how to do it. So then when you read your own book, you're able to do it. Because in second grade, you're going to have to be more independent and really have to do this all on your own and write about these things, the theme and the character traits and retelling. And you can see how all those things go together. We did character traits, we retold, and now we did theme. And we used all of those things together to do these skills, to practice. So that's why it's so important to do these lessons and keep practicing every time you're reading. Who are the characters? What are their traits? How do I know that? What's the theme of this story? What happened in the story? Okay? So I hope that you keep practicing. I hope that you enjoyed the Pout Fish and the Bully Shark. That's always a good book to read because it really does have just so many different lessons in the book that help remind us of how we need to be and treat others how we want to be treated, right? That's the golden rule, okay? All right, I hope that you enjoyed this lesson. I will see you next time.